sanding. What a pain in the flippin' derriere that is. Blows dust up every flippin' where, and it does. Crikey. Does your hands in, gives you carpal tunnel syndrome, and it does, amongst other, nocturnal activities. But sanders, ear sanders, such as that one, and such as this one I got in the post. And no, this is not an unboxing, although I'll go unbox it, and it's not sponsored. No, I paid for it with my own hard-earned money. Yeah, it wasn't expensive. It's another, some people might say, piece of Chinese shit. But I will pass judgment on a little bit later once I had to play with it. Now, both of these sanders here are Chinese. Now, I would dearly love to have a Merca. So if there's a Merca sponsor out there want to sponsor us, I'll gladly do a video. Now, a friend of mine's got a Merca in his workshop, and I have to admit, I absolutely loved it. And that's why I got over to Air. But I can't afford €500 for a sander. No. And I'm sure there's many other people out there who can't afford €500 for a flipping sander. That's ridiculous. Hasn't even got an electric motor in it. No. You have to puff it round. That's what you do. Well, with the help of an air compressor of around 9 CFM or higher. Yes, you do need a big air compressor. The nice thing about it is my air compressor is in the barn next door. So I ain't got to listen to the flipping thing next to my jugs. No. Because obviously air compressors can be rather noisy. And if you're using air sanders, they're going to be running pretty much all the time while you're using your air sander. Yeah. So, the thing is, you see, I'm, a bit reliant on buying stuff that I can afford. Because I don't earn a lot of money. Doing YouTube and what have you, definitely don't earn a lot of money. I know there's YouTubers out there earning an absolute fortune, but not me. Not let alone me. I earn a pittance. That I do. So, this one here, the Varon, I've had for about 6 years. And it's still going strong. I'm really happy with it. It does a good job. Has plenty of power in it, and it does. Oh, let me show you. Okay. Because here's my air supply for the sander. So I'll plug that on here like so. And it's so agile. And it's a bit like me. Yeah, like tippy toes, they call me. Yeah. I do pirouettes and everything I do. Anyway, air sanders. They're good. So, as you can probably see, the dust. There goes my compressor next door. It's ain't too loud, is it, you see? It's out of the way. Let the missus put up with it. So that's why I keep her in the barn, you see, in the cattle shed. Anyway, so... I hope you can watch this. So you see the amount of dust that come off there. It's got plenty of power in it. It really has. It does a good job. Like I say, 6 years, going strong. Now, it has an inline inlet head for your actual air coming in, and then you've got your speed adjuster here. It's like a little variable valve, I suppose. Also, you've got an outlet. It's like an anus. Yeah. It's like an anus. It blows dust out of it, okay? But don't actually blow the dust out of it, no. Well, actually, because there's no vacuum on this regarding the actual sucking of the dust. That is all dependent on your own dust extraction system. Now, some people say, oh my God, I don't like that. But no, it's good. And the reason why it's good is if you ever use it without it, it doesn't blow dust every flippin' where, like most electric sanders do. I hate that. Obviously. You know what it's like? Yeah. Dry sinus and all that. Yeah, get yourself a netty bottle. Oh, it might be another video. Oh my God, demonstration in a netty bottle. Oh, great, how disgusting. Anyway, I might do that. You clean your nose out, basically. You know, your skirt, it all comes, all the sawdust comes, gets washed out. Big bogies. Yeah, it's great. Anyway, so that's where you'd attach your dust extractor into that hole there, yeah. Yeah, anyway, so put it on one side. Well, anyway, I bought this one as well. Now, the thing about that one is because it has 6-inch discs on it, they're expensive. About £1 a disc, and I don't like £1 a disc. No, at least. Whereas this one is the 4.5-inch. Was it 5-inch, sorry. And it's 125 millimetres, which takes ordinary, I say ordinary, you know, like these sort of things, or like these sort of things. You get, you know, the holes in or without the holes in. Now, obviously you want the holes in if you use it with dust extraction of any type, so I got that, and I put that on there. I thought it was going to be great. And that was okay for a while. It wasn't nowhere near as good as this, the Varon, and this one's by EFT. Now, I'll tell you now, avoid it, like the plague. Seriously. It doesn't sound very well. It doesn't have the power as the Varan. Remember, these are both Chinese imports. This is badged up to German, but it's actually it's Chinese import. There's another Chinese import, EFT, and a dead giveaway. It's got Chinese writing on the top, but it has. And anyway, let's plug it in. See what the problem is with this sander, because that's the reason. You see, this one here is the reason why I've bought this one in a Black Friday sale on C discount here in France. So let's plug that one in. Immediately, you'll see what the problem is. Yeah, it leaks, and the problem is this valve, and it started leaking virtually straight away. Having problems with it, you have to kind of like jiggle and poke around with it to make it work. But it's progressively got worse. So it's usable at one point, and now it's absolutely useless. So if I turn this, it'll like, it's like backfiring. Oh, there's something coming out there. No power at all. And then if I put that down, I can't work like that. That's ridiculous. Yeah, and obviously you can't put. Yeah, okay, it's not very helpful. No, it's not great. So the EFT, if you see one like this, which is badged up with all different names, right? I'm doing something. That's is useless. Anyway, let's not get into that. So the EFT is shit, okay? And it's badged up, named under lots of different brand names. It's like it just changes a bit or something. They all look the same, or sometimes they spray them different colours. But the dead giveaway in this pattern is that valve. All right, look where that valve is on. It's mounted on the side there, okay? Whereas that one is mounted in line. And that's one of the reasons I bought this one, is I was looking out for one with a valve mounted in line, where the valve was actually part of like a metal thingy. A metal valve on the inlet. On its snoz. Yeah, on its inlet snoz. Not the outlet snoz, the inlet snoz. Also, this one has no dust extraction. You know, it just has this kind of like vent thing on here, but no dust extraction. So it's got no anus. Can't have that. No. Like King on. Apparently he's got no anus. Anyway, so that's shit. The Varan's good. I recommend that. 6 years and it's still going strong. The pad is still in good condition, so it hasn't like worn around the edges too much. You know, even me boozing it, doing tabletops and working into places you shouldn't do. See, there's everything. Oh, actually, while I think about it, another reason somebody mentioned it actually in the comments on the previous video. Now, another reason why I like these things in comparison to the electric sanders. Electric sanders obviously are heavy. These are actually quite light and easy to handle. And that on the top is brilliant control. It's really easy to control. Instead of gripping like that and getting all over fatigue, you've got your hand and you're not actually squeezing the hand up tight around the handle, you know. You're not doing that. No, you're actually just laying it on the top and it's using natural pressure. Works really well. And the other thing I like about it as well, when you actually do it, you can like sand like an edge of a board or yeah. And there you go, sand the edge of your board. With something big and heavy, you like do this all the flip more. These things are so easy to control. Really good, you know. I wonder if you can put something else on the end there. Well, this is like that, I'm sure. But anyway, let's get the other box and open that one, shall we? Yes, we should. Yeah. So now we get to the unboxing of this one. I've opened it, but I haven't took it out yet. I hope to make sure it was inside the box. Delivered something in there after I signed for it. No, I don't want that. No. So, okay, it's basically it's a red one. Oh, it's like a Ferrari it is. You get your manual and you get your nozzle. Oh, okay, so I'm going to have to plonk that in. Now, I tend to use PTFE tape when I do that, and hopefully I've got some here so I can show you. I didn't account for that. Yeah. Here's one that's unrolled earlier. We'll use that. Anyway, so, in this little bag here, in my granny's basket, there is an Auto Best dust extraction bag. And there is a snozzle. Got to have your snozzle. Well, your little valvey thing that goes on there. Hopefully it's the right fit. If not, I'll steal that one. Sometimes they don't fit very well. They get too they're too tight in the hole. And you know what I'm saying? That can be a bit of a problem. For some people, maybe not. But anyway, so, got my snozzle, got my manual. We're not talking about the manual though. Apart from it's in several languages. It's in French, it's in Spanish, it's in, I think that's Polish. It's in Italian, the Netherlands. Oh, it's in English as well. Oh, ain't you lucky? Yeah. And it clearly is a Chinese import. But the actual code on it is actually it's a French code, which is interesting. But that clearly is a Chinese imported. Well, see in a minute. Oh, it obviously isn't it? This cost €35. Okay, this costs about the same sort of money. This costs the same sort of money. I don't know why the bigger one was the same sort of money as the other ones. You can find that the 6-inch ones are really easy for very little money. But remember, valve in line, not on the side. Really important, because that valve is shit. You don't have the same problems I did. So, anyway, here is the sander. Is it? Oh, it's in the plastic bag. It is. Oh, crikey. Oh, no. Can't use that on the missus. Anyway, so we got the actual sander itself. You got your little pushy downy thing, which should really have a bit of a curve in it. It's not shaped. So I'm not so keen on that. That I might do some jiggery pokery with that one. I might do to make it a bit more like that one. If you look at that one, as it comes down, it's flush with the top, sort of flat with the top. That one, when it comes down, it's still sticking up with the end there, which will make it uncomfortable. So I will, I say, I will be doing some bendiness with that bit. I will. I'm going to make it less sort of like up there, cut into your hands, or if you use it for long periods of time. Now, it's a rubberised handle. It's actually the same pattern handle as the Varon, or very similar. If you look, you can see, very, very, very similar pattern. It has this little recess at the back here, and then you've got the valve, inline valve, and then you've got the little push-down plunger underneath there. Whereas this one's got the push-down plunger. It's like offset, which isn't a great idea because then you've got the habit of your hand sort of putting pressure onto one side because it's not central. Whereas both of these are central. So it looks all right on the face of it. It looks good. That one's got a plastic anus. That one has. This one's got a metal anus. Yeah. So that was, yeah, it's got a cast alley anus screw on the side to secure it. And then we've got a metal valve with metal innards in it as well, with a little gauze in there, so you don't blow any crap inside it. Now, don't forget, all these things require lubrication. And I've had, oh, here we are. Here's my airline lubrication oil. You must use airline lubrication oil. You can get inline oilers if you like. You've got a little thing and you fill it up with this stuff. Or you can get one that mounted on the wall, so, like, you know, does all your tools. Just don't use it when you're doing spraying that. No. They're a nasty mess. Anyway, so you can lubricate your tools. You've got to lubricate your tool. All right? You got that? If you don't take my word for it, ask your better half. Well, anyway, so we can stay of this. For Christ's sake. All right, you got to remember, when you put this PTFE tape on, which isn't going to do a very good job because it's not flat, you've got to go in the right direction, otherwise you just kind of unwind it. So it's clockwise, so I need to make sure that when I put it on in the right direction. Otherwise, like I say, that'll just end up like a big mess. So on it goes like so. Probably overdone it, but there you go. Crap, I used to do loads of this. We don't know plumbing lark, and that they'll fit on radiators. We'd sit there at the tea break and what have you, and just, you know, with all the other guys, the other builders and stuff, and we'd be there winding PTFE tape on the fittings. God, I've done some jobs, I'll tell you. Right. Spanner. It's the thing we do unboxings, you see. You don't realise. Oh, I didn't think of that. Oh, I didn't realise I wouldn't be fitted. Right, this one's an awkward size, isn't it? I bet it's an awkward size. Expect to be 13, but I bet it's a 14. Oh, I have got an adjustable. That might work. That's 14. Hey, nice one. Yeah, it's a 14mm. That is. You're better off with a ring spanner, though. Ring is always better. No? Okay. There we go. Okay, don't overdo it. There's no need. All right. If you're overdoing it, there's a problem. Right. That one's shit. We know that. That one's new. We know that. And that one's good. We know that. The Varon's my favourite so far. Okay. It's done really, really well for me. Oh, you also get a little spanner here. I don't know what it's for. Maybe that's for removing the pad, I imagine. Maybe. I don't know. See where it goes otherwise. You get a spanner. Okay. All right. And you get a hose. Yeah. You make your own bagpipes out of these, can't you? Bloody hell. If I was in Scotland, I'd be called a Nessie. That I would. So anyway, That's me hose. I'll let the missus play with that later. Anyway, so put that back in there. All right, I'll move the box out of the way. But it doesn't say where it's made. Let's have a quick look. Like Produit de Chinois or something. Not so much at all. Oh, hang on, what's this on here? Autobest. The importers, the French importers in this case, made in, I guess, PRC. Yeah, China. Oh dear, the People's Republic of China. Nothing about the peoples, is there? No, it looks like a political. Anyway, yeah. I'll put a pad on there first before I actually get carried away and start sanding the Velcro off. Now you've got your little holes for your dust extraction. So I wonder if this one's got holes for dust extraction, considering it has no outlet on the pad. No, see, that one's got no outlet on it at all. So that one's a bit shitty, really, that thing is. So you have to line your holes up. That you do. They're weird holes. What the hell? What sort of holes are they? They're all in the wrong place. I think I'm going to have to make myself a pad thingy. We put the holes through. There you go. I don't actually use dust extraction on my sanding. You don't generally need to with these things. They're so flipping good. That's weird. What holes are they? They're all over the place. Oh well. Say to me. All right, there you go. I don't know how long this video's getting. How long are we? Okay, it's getting a bit long, isn't it? Anyway, never mind. It's all fun. So let's attach the hose. Ooh, there we go. Oh, crikey. It was all positive and lovely, it was. Oh, it bring back memories. Oh, my God, that's a long while ago. Anyway, so, let's move the sheet thing out of the way over here. And we've got a good one. We'll move that one out of the way, the Varan. We'll keep that one. That one, you know, that's really good. I'm really pleased with that. Now, don't get me wrong. The Merkers are fantastic. But remember, that was €35. And the Merker was, the off-putter was, it was 500. Actually, they got a special at the moment for €350. Black Friday on Leroy Merlin's in France. Yeah, but no. Okay, moment of truth. Does it work? Because I haven't tried it. It's the first time. It's alive. Oh, let's turn it up a bit. That feels a bit low powered. Because that'll be a telltale sign, wouldn't it? If it's. Compressed coming up. Let's put a better disc on that. That's got a really fine disc on that. What is that? Oh, it's 240. That's better. It works. It don't feel as powerful as the Varan though. If I'm absolutely honest about it, that definitely feels it's got more oomph in it. Can I tweak it? Oh no! A little bit of tweaking on the what's it? Yeah, got to turn it up a bit more. It might be just because the air compressor's filling up. I've got two air compressors. I've got one through there and I've got one through there. There's a come on, about was it 3 horsepower? I think it's 3 horsepower. They're both 3 horsepower, and one's a 50 litre and the other's a 100 litre. And that's a 50 litre for this. So it does come on quite a bit. It works. All right, so I can show you. Sand it so I can actually lift up then. I know you notice it's not really throwing a lot of dust up. That's the beauty about the air sand. You think, oh, that's throwing up those air sands, it's got dust everywhere. No, it doesn't. So the thing about electric sanders, they have fans in them to keep the motors cool. And it blows dust out everywhere. It does. And then you've got the dust extractor, which also got suction on and built into the actual sander itself, which then blows dust all out the back. And if the filter blocks up really quickly in the little reservoir you put your dust collects in, it all comes out everywhere. You can breathe it in anyway. Obviously, wear a mask. The reason you probably notice I don't wear masks when I'm doing my videos because you wouldn't hear me. A lot of people can't understand what I say anyway, so don't make it worse, do I? No. So as you say there, look. See, if you set dust there, it seems to stay put on there. When I'm using this, I don't feel that I've come in. If I haven't worn a mask for whatever reason, I don't feel uncomfortable. You know, the telltale sign is if you're doing open standing, what have you, no dust extraction whatsoever, you feel really rough. You've inhaled all that dust. It's all in your sinus. You can feel it back in your throat. It's living horrible. I never ever get that issue with the air sanders if I haven't, or if I'm not wearing a dust mask. Generally, I do wear dust masks. You know, I've got my where's it gone? Oh, it's outside. I was using it earlier. I use a twin filter jobby, rubbery thing. Things that make your face, it's very sweaty. That's the only thing. If I'm going to do a quick bit of sanding, these are ideal, you see. No, don't worry about it. If it's right, let's try the other sander. They've both got 240s in. I've got faith here this one's going to be better. I swear this one's more powerful. Even though that one, you think, with less diameter. But less girth, it would create less friction. You'd think, wouldn't you? It's not always the case. It's not about the girth, it's about what you do with it. The Varan is far more powerful, and it's more like the Merca. You can see it's flying off that. That really is. So, I'll be using this for economy reasons anyway, because of the price of the discs. These things, I can get like 10 discs for like €2 if I want a bit cheapskate, or you can get decent discs if you want and spend a little bit more. But these are far more expensive. You can't seem to get budget discs very easy for the 6-inch sanders. They always seem a bit too pricey. You know, I'm trying. Yeah, argument's sake, okay. When I'm making the windows and doors for people and stuff like that, it's been different. But my business has changed. I spend more time making videos now for YouTube. Sharing my knowledge from the past with you. Oh, will it turn up any more than that? It's not bad, you know. But I'll tell you one thing, if you get yourself one of these, it's got a mind of its own. Oh, pull it's called. Right, the thing about them is, you'll get much less fatigue than you will with an electric sander. Mainly because the pressure you're putting on the top it feels natural. You're not doing that squeezing. You're not squeezing, which gives you tension in RSI. And for my case, I suffer carpal tunnel. Now, I've had operation on both hands. You can't see the scars, but I've got a scar there, and I've got a scar there. Where they gouged it all out, they did, to make room in the carpal tunnels. Yeah, here in France, they did it for me. And it made a huge difference. But before, I'll be constantly gripping, like triggers and stuff that you would do on an electric sander. Long periods of time, it can get a little bit, how to put it, trigger fingery, like it's in your hands lock up around the actual handle. And what causes that is where your tendons go through the guides, a bit like having a knot in your fishing line, they get caught behind the guides and you physically get your fingers go pop, 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 pop. Yeah. When you're younger, you think, well, ain't gonna be a problem. You wait when you get older and you realise, oh my God, I wish I didn't do it like that. Because I know what I do. You don't want carpal tunnel syndrome, you really don't. Anyway, that is the Auto Best. It seems okay. Now, I'll do another video after I've lived with it for a while, so I can't pass judgment on it yet, no. Face value, it feels pretty good, and you've got dust extraction. Power-wise, not as good as the Varan, which is that one there. They're both obviously Chinese imports. That one's a 6-inch, and that's a 4-inch. Surprisingly, I'd have thought that one might have had a bit more power because it has less resistance than the 6-inch. But it's not the case. Obviously, this one's must be better designed. Both of them cost about the same amount of money. So, whether or not you can get the Varan again, that's the other thing. Because I had 6 years now. So, anyway, I hope you found that of interest. And if you ever do consider getting yourself an air sand, you don't necessarily have to spend a fortune on something like a Merca, which are brilliant. Don't get me wrong, they are brilliant. And my mate, he loves his. And I have to admit, I played with it. I loved his tool as well. And I had to play with it. Anyway, so it was great. But €500, okay, it's on special at the moment. But I can't warrant it. No, I don't earn enough money to be able to spend on things like that. No. So I buy cheap stuff. And I know there's people out there who are in the same boat as I am, and they can't necessarily spend a huge amount of money on new tools. Yes, I've got a collection of tools here, things I've collected over a period of time, being in the game. Well, not that game, no, that's another channel, that one is. But no, but working on the tools, that is. No, not that tool. No, chisels, okay? Chisels and saws and hand planes. And anything that involves making stuff or building stuff. Yeah. Anyway. Takes time, you see. And not everybody who wants to join the old professional, treat it as a bit of a hobby, what have you, can afford to spend an absolute fortune on tools. But remember, you do need a fairly powerful compressor if you're going to be getting yourself an air sander. Anyway, it's time for me to go, because I'm going to go and lubricate my tool. You know. So toodaloo.